1-2 offering, swinging through the inside pitch is Coates. That is 9 up and 9 Ks. Are you kidding me? We've played 2.5. 1 zip to a pitch. It's a hard bouncing ball. That's into center field. Hits the bag. It's a base hit. Edco will score too. They throw it to the plate, but sliding in easily without a throw there is Deers, the courtesy runner. Base hit and 2 RBIs. Vikings in control now 4-0. 1-1 pitch. That ball's into center field on the run and getting by the center fielder Franzen. It's going to be extra bases. Heading in to score is going to be Hammond. She'll score standing up. Going into third, sliding in with a triple is Addie Smeltzer. And it is now 5-0 Edco in the lead. And here is now the 1-1 pitch. It's a hard bouncing ball off the glove of the third baseman Dahl. They throw it to the plate. It is not in time and the game is over. The Vikings get a 5-inning perfect game from Rachel Eckelseter. She strikes out 11 and enough offense to grab control. Edco advances with a final win there over Midland by a final score of 8-0. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lowena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today, 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Edco Softball is brought to you in part by Lone Pine Golf Course and Country Club, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Wolfie's Retreat Dog Grooming, Boarding, and Daycare in Manchester, Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Nutrient Ag Solutions, The Edgewood Reminder, Evans Chiropractic, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, and Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Key High softball coach Liz Hill. Coach, first off, your team now 29-10, defeated Springville in the quarterfinal 11-3. Tell me about that game.
We were able to host Springville. They made the trip up to New Albin, Iowa here, and it was kind of a weird conditions with the weather. It it rained all night, and it was definitely a challenge for both pitchers in the circle to control the game and control the tempo. So I can't say enough good things about them and their team in general. They got some speed at the top of their order that definitely puts pressure on teams, and then just athletes stacked throughout. So they definitely tight ball game through those first 4 innings, and it was anyone's game at that point. So
certainly finishing strong. All right, let's talk about your team offensively, a team that can certainly hit the ball. Who have been some of your top contributors?
Up and down through the lineup. You don't know who's showing up on which night. So, as their coach, very excited about that. It's always a good night if we can get Addison Winters on the base pass to get us started. Riley Mudeman coming up behind her. And then from there, you got senior Lillian Colesrud, senior Elena Schulte, junior Lila Strong. I mean, our just top 5 are extremely strong, but man, right behind them, there's girls that are chipping away every single at bat and come up big for us many times throughout the year in big RBIs, those that just in time, the hits that you need when they come through. So all the way through, it's fun to be on the offensive side when you have those offensive threats.
All right, I know you have a couple of kids that have been contributing for you on the mound. Who's starting for you in tonight's ball game?
Addison Winters is going to lead us off in the circle here tonight, and she's hopefully going to do her job, take it one pitch at a time. And I'm telling you, Edco is a tough team, and we definitely have our work cut out for them.
All right, you mentioned the Vikings, a tough team. What else do you know about them?
Obviously, Rachel in the circle is just phenomenal. So one of the best, and her ability to hit the strike zone is just beyond impressive. We definitely know there's not going to be any freebies going to the plate tonight, and her ability to throw that rise ball. She's got that curve, that changeup. I mean, you name it, she hits her spot, and she rallies that team behind her. So they're just going to be very tough, and we're going to have to be able to have those timely hits and make things happen. And I mean, them on the offensive side, again, Rachel, super tough in the lineup, and their leadoff base, just fast. Man, she's fast, and she finds a way to get on, and they find a way to make her score. And obviously, handful of others plus through the lineup that we just have respect for. Know that we got to take it one pitch at a time and try to control what we can control and go from there.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks so much.
Yes, Edco softball coach Liz Hill on our Hawk program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkup scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport is your chance to support local restaurants, local farmers, and local beef all summer long. Pick up a passport and visit participating stops like Backwoods Bar and Grill, TD Sports Bar, and Gunda Roadhouse to enjoy featured beef items and collect stamps for prize entries. New this year, a digital passport option, a farmer's market stop, and no minimum number of stamps required to win. The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport runs now through August 31st.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point. Rockline Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at GuttenbergHospital.org. We continue the On Deck Show for tonight's game. We're joined by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, your team victorious in the regional quarterfinal, defeated Midland by a final score of 8-0. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was good to kind of get that one under our belt. Sometimes you get that first round bye and the other teams played and you can come out a little flat, but I definitely don't think that was the case. So that was really good to come out, score some runs early, and then just take care of business and, get a run rule. Which is kind of what we should have done, which is good. So I'm glad we performed to that level.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Obviously, Rachel Echo-Cedar, 5 perfect innings for you there. And what can you tell me about your senior?
Yeah, she's just so consistent, keeps it around the zone, mixes it up, just really keeps teams on their toes. Obviously throws hard, so that, obviously helps too. But, she's got a good arsenal of pitches and really commands the zone, and it's a little intimidating I think sometimes as a batter just because she's probably not walking you, so you got to earn your way on somehow. So
all right,
done a great job of that all year.
Yeah, I know she's certainly one of your leaders offensively as well. Who else has been contributing for you offensively?
Yeah, a lot of our other seniors have done a really good job, stepped up big in the postseason game the other night too with Lauren and Chloe having big hits, and I know McKenna will be there too in that 4 spot. Like you said, Rachel, and then it kind of all starts at the top for us too with Faith Dugan. We talked on Wednesday. She's just such a tough out with her speed and her power combined. Hitting above 500, and when she does get on, she's just a tear on the base pass too. And it's hard to kind of one of those girls that, if I was the other coach, I would be like, we got to keep her off base because she creates a lot of stuff when she's out there.
Yeah. All right. Turning our attention to Key High. I know you did not see them during the regular season. What do you know about the Hawks?
Yeah. I know they have, their top 2 are going to be really tough. And, like I just said about Faith, we talked yesterday, we've got to keep those 2 off base. Especially we can't let them both get on in the same inning for sure. If one gets on, if they each get on once in the game, not a huge deal. If they get on in the same inning and, they're both quick, they make stuff happen, good hitters, good power hitters. So we're, those are kind of our 2 focus. And then, their middle's pretty tough too. And then they do drop off a little bit at the end, hopefully. So we'll look to go attack those girls and try to not allow any big innings and let runners get on for the top of the order because those 2 are, the real deal. So we got to take care of them.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Yep.
Edco softball coach Taylor Huber on our Viking program. The On Deck Show continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision. Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Lane Solutions in Edgewood, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Colesburg. It is a regional semifinal tonight on KCTN, a matchup of top 15 teams. Number 13, Keyhigh. Number 15, Edgewood Colesburg. It's a matchup we've been looking forward to. Teams that have won 25-plus games. I'm joined by Coach Mike Sass. Coach, this, again, is a great matchup tonight in round number 2 of this tournament.
Yeah, kind of the matchup we were hoping we'd get. Two highly ranked teams, two teams that are really, really good. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
And they're teams that are just absolutely different. Keyhigh is a team that offensively staggering, batting .420 as a team this season. Their lineup, Addison Wintersbats leadoff batting .517, Riley Mutterman batting .483, Alexis Brown batting .427. Their stats all the way down, Lillian Colesroot batting .442. They are a team that has scored runs, and they do it in bunches.
Yeah, like you said, that's going to be the fun part tonight. You've got Keyhigh, who just hits the cover off the ball, and then Edco can hit, obviously, but their strength is in their pitcher, Rachel Eggleseder, and their defense.
Absolutely. So that is what they'll hang their hat on, is the fact that she can limit teams. So it's going to be the strong pitching against the strong hitting. For Keyhigh, that's, again, their top hitters. Meanwhile, for Edgewood Colesburg, it's not like their averages are bad, by the way, especially at the top of the lineup, where you have, once again, leading off for them in Faith Dugan, who's also batting over 500, 521 on the season, 39 RBIs this season. And also, of course, we talk about Rachel Eggleseder pitching-wise, but let's not forget she's batting 472 and leads the team with 50 RBIs.
Yeah, absolutely. Those two are going to be their leaders offensively, but they've got some other girls that can hit as well. And kind of like you said, it's strength on strength here. And but the other parts of each team's game are not terrible either, and that's why they're two highly rated teams.
Yeah, McKenna Hofer batting 381, Addie Smeltzer batting 345 among those averages this year. And as far as a team, they're batting 353, so that's not shabby. But as far as the pitching matchup tonight, Rachel Eggleseder has thrown all but about a total of 30 innings this season. She has thrown 175 innings, allowed 115 hits, only 37 earned runs, striking out 24 and walking 24 rather, striking out 277 with an ERA of 1.47 and done the bulk of the pitching all year.
Yeah, and we've been watching her for a number of years now, and she's the real deal out there. Those strikeout numbers, especially when you compare them to her walks, are pretty impressive.
Struck out the first 9 to start the ball game the other nights in that 5-inning perfect game. Meanwhile, for once again, Keyhigh, Addison Winters will get the start in this ball game. They've actually thrown a couple of different kids with Addison and Winters and Mutterman taking the bulk of the innings. Lillian Kalsrud has done some throwing as well, but Winters, 14-6, has thrown 105 innings, 96 hits, 69 earned runs, walking 87, striking out 82. So again, not a big strikeout pitcher. The ERA at 4.59. So again, they've been winning games like they did the other night, 11-3, 10-4, things like that.
Yeah, Winters is going to have to control her walks a little bit tonight, but they win high-scoring games. They can hit the ball, and they pitch well enough that she's probably not going to go out and no-hit anyone in this game, but they really hit the ball.
And again, they'll have a little more options as the game goes on. You may see different looks for Keyhigh as far on the mound as Riley Mutterman, again, has thrown a number of innings for them. We talked about the fact that Winters has thrown 105 innings. Mutterman has thrown 82 innings this season. So they have been kind of 1A and 1B for Keyhigh on the mound. If this matchup was set maybe a week later than when the pairings came out, this game would actually be played at Keyhigh. But when the pairings came out, Edco was the higher-ranked team. Edco has dropped down the last couple of weeks, and part of it is, again, they played Lisbon, dropped a couple of one-run ball games. Edco ranked as high as number 4 early in the season, but they've been ranked in the top 15 all year. Keyhigh just came back into the top 15. They started the season ranked early as well, but they came back in, and as we mentioned, they're ranked number 13, Edco at number 15, so the Vikings happy to be hosting tonight.
Yeah, pretty even matchup. Like you said, it's just kind of the timing of everything with Edco dropping those two close games to Lisbon, who's a very talented team, and then Keyhigh winning a few at the end, but two very equal teams from what I see.
And normally we kind of look at, does one team have an advantage schedule-wise here? Edco may have a slight advantage, and again, conference-wise, Edco has the advantage, but Keyhigh has played some out-of-conference tournaments there against some pretty good competition, just like Edco has.
Yep. So they've both played some pretty good competition. Yeah, maybe you say conference games, Edco's conference may be a little bit tougher, but Keyhigh goes and plays those tough games in those tournaments.
Let's run down the lineups. First off for Keyhigh, Addison Winters, the pitcher, bats leadoff. Riley Mutterman, the third baseman, bats second. Lillian Colesrud is the shortstop. She'll bat third. Elena Schulte, the catcher, bats fourth. Lila Strong, the center fielder, bats fifth. Layla Mathis, the right fielder, bats in the number 6 position. The right fielder is Alexis Rowan. She'll bat eighth. Evelyn Dybert, a hit player there, the designated player for Keyhigh, bats in the number 8 spot, and Megan Mon, the second baseman, bats ninth. She is, Dybert is basically hitting for Isabel Mattel, the first baseman, who is the number 10 player in that lineup. The lineup for Edco now. Faith Dugan, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Ava Hofer, the left fielder, bats second. Rachel Eggleseder is the pitcher, batting third. McKenna Hofer, the catcher, bats cleanup. Lauren Kirby, the first baseman, bats fifth. Addie Smeltzer, the second baseman, bats sixth. Chloe Everett, the designated player, in the number 7 spot. Kara Knipper, the right fielder, bats 8th, and Avery Brown is the center fielder, batting in the number 9 spot. Eva Vasky, the third baseman, is the number 10 spot in their lineup. All right, keys in this ball game. Let's start with Keyhigh. You've got to put the ball into play.
Yeah, and I think they're going to do that even against Rachel Eggleseder, who's a terrific pitcher. Keyhigh's just that good of a hitting team. I think what's really going to be big for Key High is if Addison Winters can control her walks and pitch a good game when she's in the circle there.
Yeah, so that's the big key for them as far as pitching-wise. And it's funny that you say that because talking with Coach Huber from Edco, she just continued to hit the point. Winters and Mutterman, we've got to keep them off the base paths.
Yeah, and you've seen it in other sports as well. Key High went to state in basketball, and they were led by Winters and Mutterman in basketball as well. So, those two are the catalyst for this team, even though they do have some other good hitters down the lineup as well.
Meanwhile, for Edgewood Colesburg, if in fact you do see them put the ball into play, just got to have a solid defensive game behind it. Ecclescedar's been so good handing you a lot of times, 11, 12 strikeouts, but if they have to make more than 8 or 9 plays tonight, they've got to make the plays.
Yeah, and they've done that for the majority of the year. They've been good defensively, but yeah, they know they can count on Ecclescedar for a few strikeouts in this game.
The other thing is Edco, you figure they're going to put the ball into play offensively here. They will be aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, they've got some speed. Dugan's going to run for sure. Vasky, she runs. She doesn't hit, but then she'll come in and run if ever it gets on base. And they've got some other speed up and down the lineup as well.
Yeah, bringing Deers as a courtesy runner for them. So yeah, again, it's a team on the move. And as far as stolen base wise, Key High has allowed 36 stolen bases and only thrown out 6 runners this year, but they haven't given up a ton of stolen bases. And a lot of that, again, is the solid catching they have, just like Edco does with McKenna Hofer. You have solid catching with Schulte there for Key High. And as far as McKenna Hofer this year, she has only allowed 10 steals and thrown out 2 runners.
Yeah, that's pretty good, too.
So let's see which team gets the advantage there in the running game tonight. We'll take a break. When we return, opening pitch here from Colesburg. It is Edco and Key High, the regional semifinal, next. Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone energy provider.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. and Kate Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. What a crowd on hand for this ball game tonight here in Colesburg. It's a busy weekend in Colesburg as they celebrate their town celebration over this weekend. But a great crowd. We've got people all along the fence lines there up on the hillside here at Colesburg. Even got a family that lives just near the field there that they can go onto the edge of their grass lawn there and look things over. This is an atmosphere. This is a big game tonight.
Yeah, this is fun. Keyhigh brings a big crowd as well. They're all along the fence down their side of the field, and as expected, the Edco side is packed as well.
Addison Winters, Riley Mutterman, Lillian Colesrud to lead things off here. For Edco defensively, Ava Hofer in left field, Avery Brown in center, Kara Knipper in right field. They around the horn defensively, Eva Vasky is at third, Faith Dugan at short, Addie Smelter at second, Lauren Kirby is at first. The first pitch of the ball game is a rise ball high. The count is 1-0. McKenna Hofer, of course, the anchor there behind the plate, and Rachel Eckelceder is on the mound. Winters batting .517, 61 of 118, 6 home runs, and 31 RBIs. They've hit 15 home runs this year.
Yeah, that's impressive.
The 1-0 pitch to Winters follows that up against the backstop area. The count is 1-1. Again, you have the power pitcher in Eckelceder. So for Keyhigh, you haven't seen this type of pitcher quite a bit this year.
Yeah, they're not going to see a pitcher like her a lot in the conference. So, again, like we talked about, that's why it was important to get out and play some of those tougher teams in the tournament action.
Lights are on here. Cloud cover. 1-1 pitch. Swinging through the rise ball there is Winters. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. We saw Keyhigh taking some hitting practice before the ball game. And they had Coach Hill short, throwing about maybe 30 feet away to her hitters to try to get used to that speed. That's what they've been working on the last few days. 1-2 pitch to Winters. It is a rise ball. The count is 2-2. So we talk about that Keyhigh hasn't seen a pitcher like this very often. Edco hasn't seen a hitting team like this very often.
Yeah, it kind of works both ways. Absolutely. That's why, again, this one's going to be fun tonight.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. And Eckelceder ready to deliver now. Our 2-2 pitch, and again fouled back out of play. Our officials for tonight's ball game. Dewey Hupke is the plate umpire. Mark Schleisman is at third base. And Rich Crow there is at first base for this ball game tonight. Garnavillo kid, by the way, that Crow is.
Yeah, there we go.
And we caught up with him before this ball game tonight. So 2 balls and 2 strikes is now the count. And the 2-2 offering as Eckelceder steps back and delivers the 2-2 pitch. It is low. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. So you see the patience of Winters, and you understand why she's batting over 500.
Yeah, very confident up there. She fell down early, 1-2, but didn't panic and fouled some pitches off, and now has got it full.
Hasn't chased anything out of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 offering, swinging right through the inside pitch is Winters. Strikeout number 1. Out number 1 here in the first, and Eckelceder again jammed her on the inside.
Yeah, that's kind of maybe a tone setter here for if you're hoping if you're Edco.
Riley Mutterman up to bat. She actually leads Keyhigh RBI-wise, batting .483 on the season, 54 RBIs with 4 home runs. But again, the focus for Edco, keeping the top of the lineup off the field and swinging through the first pitch there is Mutterman, keeping them off the base paths, and they were successful with Winters there, the first batter.
Yeah, anytime you get Winters out in this game, that's a huge win.
So 0-1 the count to Mutterman. Takes time, asks for time as she gets back into the box. Mutterman, one of those kids that's played forever at Keyhigh. 0-1 pitch inside and called strike, and the count is 0-2. So I think the goal of working them inside, you just don't want those hitters to get their arms extended.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want them to get that big looping swing and really drive one deep on you.
And again, 0-2 is now the count. Eckelceder always starts with that left leg back. The 0-2 offering, swinging through the outside pitch is Mutterman. Back-to-back Ks to start things out here for the Vikings. 2 quick outs in the first.
Yeah, if you're Edco, you feel great right now. Those are Keyhigh's 2 leaders, 2 top players, and Rachel Eckelceder able to strike both of them out.
Lillian Colesrud up to bat, batting .412 on the season, and she has driven in 45. So 2 outs in the top of the first inning. And Eckelceder's been able to establish things on the mound. First offering to Colesrud, fouls it out of play. The count is 0-1. So of the contact being made early in this ball game for Keyhigh in the first inning, most everything fouled back, as again they're having a hard time timing things up.
Yeah, they're a little late on these pitches right now, and that might take a time or two through the order to get that timing.
0-1 is the count. And Colesrud back into the box. Here is now your 0-1 offering. Pitch that is low downstairs. Ball and a strike. We're here, right center field again. For years, we've done the games here at Colesburg in right center field. It's a great spot. We are away from the PA, which is always important. And again, the ball and a strike count to Colesrud. Always a great place to do the ball game. 1-1 offering inside and high. The count is 2-1.
Usually away from the crowd, but we've got such a big crowd. We do have a few near us tonight.
The sideline down the right field line is pretty full. The left field line, it's tough to sit there because of the hill, but they're on top of the hill here at Colesburg. And again, 2-1 is the count. Offering 2-2 pitch rather, and that is now 2-2. Is swinging through that pitch was Colesrud, and again that was inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Again, Echo Cedar started the game striking out the first 9 Midland hitters on Wednesday night and has a chance to strike out the side here in the first. 2-2 pitch fouled back by Colesrud. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's got to be tough when you're facing her fresh. It's just, you just don't see many pitchers like her.
And I think that people don't understand this year that Echo Cedar with a 1.74 ERA, but again, throwing all but 30 innings, and keep in mind coming back from what she was dealing with over the winter with the cancer.
Yeah, come back from cancer treatment and throwing a lot of innings. That couldn't have been easy, so kudos to her for all that.
And you figure she's just getting nothing but stronger here and back to full health. 2-2 offering, swinging through the inside pitch is Colesrud. Echo Cedar strikes out the side, and Keyhigh goes down in order. We've played 1/2 inning. Keyhigh nothing. Edco coming to bat.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Bottom of the first inning, Edco sends up Faith Dugan, Ava Hofer, Rachel Eckelceder, top of the lineup for the Vikings as they retired Keyhigh in order in the top of the first inning. We'll go through how Keyhigh lines up defensively here. It will be Layla Mathis in left field, Lila Strong in center, Alexis Rowan in right field. Around the horn defensively, Riley Mutterman at third, Lillian Colesrud is the shortstop, Megan Mon at second base, Isabel Mattil is the first baseman, Elena Schultz the catcher, Addison Winters gets the start on the mound. First pitch is a ball, the count is 1-0. Faith Dugan, we talk about leadoff hitters having a year. Faith Dugan having an all-state type year, .521. She has driven in 39 runs. And the pitch there is a ball, the count is 2-0. And for Keyhigh, pitching-wise, with Winters on the mound, they want to stay away from walks in this ball game.
Yeah, and you can't walk Dugan because it's an automatic double.
Yep, absolutely. And here's a bouncing ball, slow bouncing ball, fielding it there up the line at third base. It's foul. Is Mathis, who did a nice job getting around it. Now they throw her out at first, but she had slowed down as the umpire had yelled foul ball. If that ball was fair, Dugan beats that out.
Yeah, I think fairly easily beats that out.
Anything on the ground, she has a legitimate shot, even to the first baseman, I'd say.
Yeah.
Here's the one pitch fouled against the backstop. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. So she has been the table setter all year long. In the ballgame the other night, she scored 3 runs from the leadoff spot?
Yeah, and she can drive herself in as well. She's got some power in that bat as well.
Yeah, you mentioned that. She, as far as home run-wise this year, has 4 of them. So here is now the 2-2 pitch, and that pitch is away outside. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have seen Edco the other night against Midland be aggressive on the base paths, and that's how they've played all year long. They have, 94 steals in the season. 3-2 pitch. It is high. It is ball number 4. So the Vikings starting the way they wanted at the top of the first inning with 3 Ks, and the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, this game has started well for Edco, and I'd be shocked if Dugan's not running here.
Ava Hofer is up to bat, the number 2 hitter. Hofer, .333 on the season. So a runner on first base. Let's see if she is moving here on the first pitch. And she is off and running on a low pitch. Fielded there by Schulte. The throw to second base, there is no chance. She slid in and hit the bag as the ball was being caught at second base. Dugan, a great jump, stolen base. Vikings have a runner in scoring position on a pitch to Hofer. That was called a strike.
That's just almost not fair.
Yeah. And they are way in at third here as the Vikings still may play to move that runner over into scoring position. So Hofer took the first pitch for a strike. Here is our 0-1 pitch, and it's a bunt fielded by the mound there to Winters, who comes in, makes the play, throws it to the left-handed first baseman Mattil. Hofer does her job, moving Dugan over to third base. 1 out, and you've got Rachel Eckelceder up to bat with a runner at third base. And again, Eckelceder is your top RBI player this season, 50 runs driven in.
Yeah, I think this is how the game started the other night. I think Eckelceder had a sac fly RBI, I think, the other night.
Eckelceder batting .472 on the season. She has the other home runs for Edco this year. And here is the first offering from Winters, and that pitch is low. The count is 1-0. She has 3 home runs. And again, Dugan has the other 4 for Edco. But Eckelceder did not have an official at-bat in the ball game the other night, but still contributed with those 2 sacrifice fly RBIs. 0-1 pitch, got a piece of it there, fouled back off the mask there of Schulte, the catcher. And it's now a ball and a strike. So a runner on third, 1 out. Keyhigh playing deep in the infield here. I mean, a step behind the bag at third. And even with the bag at first base. Again, now they come creeping in. 1-1 pitch. It's a hard bouncing ball. Goes off the ankle of Winters. Ricochets to first base, where it goes to Mattil, who steps on the bag. Hit hard. Let's make sure Winters is okay, and she is. But that drives in the first run of the ball game as Eckelceder. You score it 1-3 unassisted, but it's 1-0 Edco in the lead.
Yeah, that was my first thought, too. I hope she's okay because that was a hard shot.
And, again, she was able to walk back to the mound, and Coach Hill making sure she comes out here right away. And you see Winters jumping up and down a little bit, says, I'm doing good. Yeah. She will not be charged with a trip to the mound, by the way. But, yeah, Winters, they're going to let her throw a couple of pitches here just to make sure she's all right. But that ball was tagged.
Yes, it was. You hope it hit maybe a hard part of her shoe there and not the bone on the ankle.
Yeah, it looked like it was right headed towards the ankle area. So 1-0 though. 2 outs here in the first inning. Eckelceder credit with the RBI. McKenna Hofer now up to bat. Hofer, .381 on the season. The cleanup hitter takes a changeup high. The count is 1-0. But here we see a walk to lead things off, and it's just inviting an easy opportunity for any team.
Especially with Dugan, because that's like a double.
1-0 offering to Hofer. Inside, it's a called strike, and it's even now at 1-1. Dugan a threat to even steal third when she's on the base pass. Dugan stolen base-wise this year. 32 of 32 coming in. 1-1 pitch down, and the count is 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, if you were going to tell me she'd been caught one time, I want to meet the catcher that caught her.
Yeah, no kidding. So McKenna Hofer here, looking with the count at 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 offering. Hofer takes it low, down below the knees, bounced just going by her, and the count goes to 3-1. Winters, again, has walked more batters than struck out this year, but averages around 3-4 walks a ball game. 3-1 pitch, hard bouncing ball. That's into center field on the left side of the bag. Solid single for McKenna Hofer. 2 out base runner now for Edco. Lauren Kirby now coming up to bat.
Yeah, good hit by Hofer again, right back up the middle.
And we will see a courtesy runner coming in here for Edco as Lauren Kirby is up to bat. Kirby had a couple of RBIs in the ball game the other night, batting .317 on the season. And I believe we have Deers coming in to run there.
I believe that's who it is. Yeah, I couldn't quite see the number, but I'm pretty sure that's who ran for her the other night as well.
So, again, Kirby up to bat here with 2 outs, and you figure the Vikings going to stay aggressive on the base paths until showing otherwise. And time taken here as our umpire is explaining the substitution to the Keyhigh bench. Who's in? This is a courtesy runner for the catcher. So, again, Kirby is now up to bat. The offering to Kirby, it is low. The count is 1-0. That is Deers, of course, as Deers this year has played in 33 games now, has 18 at-bats, and has scored 29 runs. And as far as stolen base-wise, if you're wondering about that, she's a threat to go, as she is 13 of 15 on the season. The 1-0 pitch, that's called a strike on the outside. The count is 1-1. But not moving yet. So we'll see. With 2 outs, probably more of a threat to run.
Yep. Especially if we get a 2-strike count on the hitter, maybe.
So Here is now your offering to Kirby. Takes it outside. The count is 2-1. Winters throws certainly harder than your average pitcher, but things just not quite moving the same.
Yeah, it's the control, sometimes you worry about with her.
2 balls and a strike. And here is now your 2-1 offering, swinging through the outside pitch. Chasing it was Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But you're going to see that a lot of 2-2 counts, things like that. And they're not too concerned about the workload for her. A senior, just like Mutterman, one of those players that's been around, it seems like forever, and Mutterman's only a junior.
Yep.
Here's a 1-2 pitch, slow bouncing ball. It was chopped to the second baseman. Mon charges it, fields it there, flips it to Mattil, and that does it for Edco as Kirby bounces out to second. We've played 1 for Edco. 1 run, 1 hit. They leave 1. We've played 1. 1-0, the early lead for the Vikings.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Edco Softball is brought to you in part by Lone Pine Golf Course and Country Club, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Wolfie's Retreat Dog Grooming, Boarding, and Daycare in Manchester, Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Nutrient Ag Solutions, The Edgewood Reminder, Evans Chiropractic, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, and Blooms, Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Top of the second inning, 1-0 Edco, the early lead, scoring in the bottom of the first. For Keyhigh here in the top of the second inning, they'll send up Elena Schulte, Lila Strong, Layla Mathis, 4, 5, and 6 in their lineup here as we continue to move along early in this ball game. Again, a comfortable night, especially with the sun being tucked under here. There was some rain in the southern part of Delaware County, but staying away from, we're going to stay dry for this ball game tonight. Some stronger storms down south. As Schulte to lead things off, the catcher for Keyhigh. First pitch there, takes it on the outside corner. It's a strike. Nope, correction of ball, and the count is 0-1. Schulte on the season, batting .389, 27 RBIs. They have a number of players that have contributed 20-plus RBIs this season, as they have a solid lineup. Eckelceder breezed right through it in the first. Pitch inside, swinging through it there. The count is 0-2. First pitch was called a strike. This pitch on the inside called a strike as well, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, I think took a little something off of that one.
And Eckelceder certainly throws hard, but it's the movement she has on her pitches there. Then you add in a little bit of a change of speed. 0-2 count. It's a rise ball, stays away. The count is a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, tried to get her to chase there.
But if you're Keyhigh, how do you approach this? Is your goal to just lay off the rise ball and focus on everything else?
I think that's what you got to do. That rise ball is so tough to hit.
And again, it comes at you about waist level then and continues to rise. So again, the count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch, bouncing ball right back to the mound. It's actually a line drive. Soft liner, catching it off the toe there was Eckelceder. Schulte lines out softly back to the mound, and that's out number 1 here in the second.
Yeah, so far Rachel Eckelceder's taking care of every out this game.
We talk about handing a team 11, 12 strikeouts, which she normally does. A lot of times, there's a couple of balls hit back to her, and you only got to make 6-7 plays maybe defensively.
She'll make a play or two defensively every game as well with those strikeouts.
Lila Strong batting .505, the left-handed hitter for Keyhigh. And here is the first offering, takes the pitch. It's outside. The count is 1-0. Again, the winner of this ball game will play Monday night in a regional final against the winner of North Lynn and Calamus Wheatland. Those two teams playing at North Lynn tonight. If North Lynn wins the ball game, they would host, no matter what, on Monday night, whoever wins this ball game. 0-1 pitch and it's fouled up against the backstop. Count is actually now 1-1. But North Lynn, there's a name Edco knows quite well.
They've had quite the rivalry in a lot of different sports throughout the last few years.
Edco beat them 2 years ago to go to state at North Lynn, ironically. Yep. And hoping to maybe get the opportunity to come back and do that on Monday night. It's a different North Lynn team this year, though. A little bit young. 1-1 pitch, it's high. The count is 2-1. But they are ranked in the top 10. And again, Edco split with North Lynn this season.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think they split both one-run games, I believe.
So, again, the winner of this ball game, that's where, if things play out, that's where they will head on Monday night. So Keyhigh on the road here tonight at Colesburg. 1-1 offering, and that ball up against the backstop once again. 2 balls and 2 strikes is actually our count. Should be easier for us to keep track of balls and strikes tonight because the scoreboard's right behind us.
Yeah, we don't have our canopy blocking our view tonight either.
Yeah, they didn't need to put it up tonight. Didn't need to put it up the other night, but There was a chance of some rain, so we played it safe.
Nice for some shade, too, once in a while.
A canopy that's taken a beating this year, by the way, with the wind and rain that we've seen throughout the season. 2-2 pitch, rise ball, staying away from it is Strong. Count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, tried to get her to chase one there.
Edco defensively playing even with the bags at third and first and normal depth at shortstop at second, though, again, Dugan can cheat a little bit, play a little deeper at the shortstop spot with the arm she has. 3-2 offering, pitch on the outside, misses away. It is ball number 4. So that's the first base runner for the Hawks. The first walk issued in this ball game for Eckelceder, who, again, doesn't walk many, and that will bring up now Layla Mathis, the left fielder. Strong, stolen base-wise this year, is 6 of 7. They don't run quite as much as other teams. 54 of 57 is what they are stolen base-wise. It's because of their offense.
I was going to say, you hit that well, you don't need to run.
Layla Mathis is up to bat, batting .361 on the season from the number 6 spot. Swings right through the pitch there. The count is 0-1. And as we mentioned, Hofer, awful tough to run on.
Yep, good catcher, good arm back there.
Yep. 10 stolen bases allowed, as throwing out 2 base runners just because, again, teams don't want to run against them.
And you know, as hard as Rachel Eckelceder throws, that helps as well.
Oh, absolutely. And always gives you a good pitch to handle. 1-0 pitch, and it's inside. First pitch was a ball. Is the count 1-1 now?
Yep, should be 1-1.
All right, 1-1 is now the count. Again, in softball, it's so tough to get used to because it's a delayed strike call.
Yep.
So baseball so much faster. Speaking of baseball, tomorrow night, Starmont and Southwind playing at Kelmer. We'll have that game for you here on KCTN. Ball and a strike to Strong. And Eckelceder with a runner at first base. 1-1 pitch, followed up again. Keyhigh making some contact there, but everything up against the fence right now.
Yeah, so a little bit better like at Midland. I don't know if they even fouled any off when they got struck out their whole lineup that the other night. So at least Keyhigh's getting a piece of a lot of these.
Eckelceder struck out the first 9, and then Midland started out the top of the 4th inning with a bunt just to put the ball into play. And again, Eckelceder threw that perfect game in 5 innings, struck out 11. Here's a high pop-up, right side of the infield. Second baseman going back, bobbling the ball, and dropping the ball in foul territory is the second baseman Smelter. And it was her ball to get to, and she got to it there, but on the run, could not haul it in. Almost caught it on after bobbling it, but instead a foul ball, and the count remains 1-2.
Yeah, good hustle, and yeah, almost had it twice, but just not able to rope that thing in. But it was foul, so no harm, nothing advanced.
And again, Smelter had to run over the lip of the infield to get into foul territory to get that. Covered a lot of ground from second base. So the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, fouled back once again. The one thing about Keyhigh hitting a number of foul balls here, that would lead to more pitches.
Yep. Maybe wear Eckelceder down a little bit.
So a ball and 2 strikes once again. So even though she's recorded 3 strikeouts there, none of them like in 3 pitches. Had to throw a few pitches to all those hitters.
Yep. I think Mutterman was 3 pitches, but everyone else she's had to throw quite a few.
And here is now the pitch popped up in the infield. This is in fair territory. First baseman just stands there, looks underneath at Kirby, and makes the play easily. Kirby didn't have to move at all.
Yeah, I don't think she took a single step on that play.
So Mathis pops out to the first baseman. Strong stayed right on top of the bag, and that brings up Alexis Rowan, the right fielder. Rowan, .427 on the season. Again, there's not much room to take your time or worry about the bottom of the lineup because they can hit.
Right. We talk about some bottoms of the lineup, you get a little break, but I don't think you do against Keyhigh.
Rowan, another left-hander for Keyhigh, 2 in the lineup. Pitch is high. The count is 1-0. So 2 outs here in the top of the second inning with the Vikings leading by a score of 1-0. And you have Strong at first base. We mentioned just only 6 steals on the season. Hofer looking over to the dugout there. Coach Eckelceder calls the pitches there, and now she gets down as they make the pitch call. So here is now the pitch, the 1-0 pitch, and that pitch is outside, and the count is 2-0.
I think Eckelceder wanted that one.
Yep. And again, she just has the ability to kind of nibble at the plate there.
Yep, she rarely gives you something right across the middle.
Yeah, no, just ain't going to happen.
Yep.
So 2-0 is the count. Rare time that she's fallen behind 2-0 in the count. And Eckelceder ready to deliver now. That pitch again to Rowan. Rowan takes it high, and the count is 3-0. First time we've seen that.
Yeah, a little frustration maybe out of Rachel Eckelceder there because she definitely wanted that second pitch for a strike.
Well, let's see if she can climb the ladder back with the count 3-0. And likely Rowan, I would think, taking here despite the glamorous average. And the 3-0 offering from Eckelceder, and that's a called strike She fired that one just to the inside, but covered a lot of the plate. But sure enough, Rowan taking all the way. Count goes to 3-1.
Yeah, I think she could have put that one on a tee, and Rowan was going to just take it.
So 3-1 is now the count, with 2 outs once again here in the first. We mentioned the good crowds. They are active in this game tonight. 3-1 pitch, swinging through the pitch there. Challenge was Rowan. Couldn't get it. Low pitch, but the count goes to full now. This will allow Strong to get going.
I was going to say that. One good thing for Keyhigh, she'll get a head start here.
So full count with 2 outs. And the Vikings trying to get out of the inning right now with that 1-run lead as Keyhigh has their first base runner. Echo Cedars 3-2 pitch, popped up, third base side. That will make it on a play past the Keyhigh dugout up to the shelter area here in Colesburg. And we'll do it again with a full count. And again, Strong getting that good jump off of first base. So full count, another foul ball hit. We should keep track of foul balls in this ball game.
Yeah, it's been quite a few.
3 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Echo Cedar now, the full count pitch. A rise ball and swinging through it. Chasing it was Rowan. Strikeout number 4 by Echo Cedar. That does it for the Hawks in the top of the second. No runs, no hits. They leave 1. We've played an inning and a half. 1-0. Keyhigh trailing Edco.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
So again, our score, it is 1-0. Edco in the lead. A score from North Lynn. North Lynn leads Calamus Wheatland at the end of 1, 6-0.
Oh, that's tough.
So we'll continue to keep you updated on that ball game. And again, leading things off for Edco, Addie Smeltzer, Chloe Everett, Kara Knipper. And that will be 6, 7, and 8 in the Vikings lineup, facing Addison Winters in her second inning of work. Addie Smeltzer on the season is batting .345 with 20 RBIs from the 6th spot in the lineup. Checks her swing and fouls that one back. Was she trying to bunt that one?
I think she just decided a little late not to swing and couldn't pull it back.
And so fouled back, and the count is 0-1 as Smeltzer calls time and gets back into the box. So here's now your 0-1 pitch, changeup, and again, just missing inside his Winters, and the count is 1-1. So we've seen that a couple of times now.
Yeah, definitely a big change of speed there, but missed it inside, like you said.
Evened up at 1-1. Edco dugout, continue to do their cheers. That's more common again in softball. Pitch in the dirt, count goes to 2-1. And I think it's cool. It's not, it's enthusiastic.
Yeah, and
not obnoxious.
No, and it keeps all the players engaged in what's going on, and I like it.
Unless you're yelling crazy, then that's different. 2-1 pitch inside, count goes to 3 balls and a strike. But again, really a softball thing.
Yeah, you don't see it too often in any other sport.
Yeah, you see it in the college game too.
Yep.
So 3-1 count, and taking it low for ball number 4 is Smeltzer. That's the second walk issued by Winters, and back-to-back innings that she has walked the leadoff batter.
Yep, and that's usually trouble. And I think Smeltzer's got decent speed as well, so we'll see here.
Yeah, Smeltzer is 12 of 13 stolen base-wise. And Chloe Everett, the designated player, is up to bat. Everett batting .293 on the season, has driven in 17. I think her job here is to bunt. Keyhigh expecting it. They are way in at third base with Mutterman. First pitch there, and off and running, by the way, is Smeltzer. They throw to second base. The throw not in time. Sliding in under the tag there is Smeltzer. Got a good jump. Play close at second base there. Taking all the way was Everett, and moving into scoring position is Smeltzer with a stolen base.
Yeah, good job. And yeah, definitely was taken the whole way there. And good job by Smeltzer. Close play, but it slides in there.
Everett took that pitch. It was called a strike. And the 0-1 pitch swings right through that one. The count is 0-2. So the Vikings did get production out of the bottom of their lineup the other night. And that was, again, contributing to a couple of runs against Midland. A ball game which the Vikings won by a final score of 8-0. Everett with the count 0-2, takes it in the dirt. It scoots by the catcher Schulte. That will allow Smeltzer to go to third base. I believe you charge a wild pitch on that, but now nobody out. And Edco with a runner at third.
Yeah, that's big because, now possibly can score on grounders. We'll see if it's a sharp play at someone, maybe not. We'll see how Keyhigh plays this.
Keyhigh playing normal depth defensively. I thought maybe they'd bring the infield in, and here's a rise ball on the count 0-2, and it's now 1-2. I mean, if Keyhigh is going to win this ball game, they figure they're going to have to score 4 or 5 runs. So,
yeah.
But they have to try to limit Edco every opportunity, I would think.
Right. You're not going to probably put up a 10 spot against Eagle Cedar.
1-2 pitch, fouled out of play. We'll do it again with a count 1-2. But if you're in a lower scoring game, then you have to limit, again, the production.
Exactly. You're only going to get so many, so you just got to keep that other team below that number.
We talked about the other night that 5-0 lead just seemed like forever.
Yeah.
Here's a changeup, 1-2 outside, count evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So some teams facing a pitcher like Echo Cedar would play in early in the ballgame, but again, it's early.
Yep.
And if you're Keyhigh, I'm sure you want to stay away from the makings of a big inning. That would be your major concern. And the pitch to outside, 3-2 the count, and taking the pitch is Everett. Back-to-back walks. There's runners on the corners here for Edco, and I believe you're going to see a pinch runner coming in for the Vikings here.
Yeah, I think it's Vasky who runs because Everett hits for her, so now she can run.
So Vasky can enter the ball game there because she's the number 10 spot in the lineup. So runners on third and first. There is nobody out. Kara Knipper, the number 8 hitter, is up to bat. Knipper's batting average been hovering around the 200 mark this year, but has driven in 2. I would imagine she's taking this first pitch here because Vasky, you figure, is going to be going.
Yeah, Vasky's going. We saw her speed the other night.
Yeah, 22 of 22.
Yep.
I think she had that base stolen the other night as the ball was going over the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, Dugan may be the only one faster than her on this team.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Funny that they're part of relay teams. 2-2 pitch, off and running is Vasky. They throw it right back to the mound. They'll concede the stolen base. Everett there was replaced by Vasky, and Vasky stands up going into second base. They did not challenge it, so now runners on second and third. And Kara Knipper took that pitch for a strike. So the count is 0-1. But again, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Offering to Knipper, checks her swing. That pitch is low, and it's a ball and a strike. But 2 walks have led to 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, no hits yet. Good job by Schulte gloving that one.
And the Vikings here look to put the ball into play with Knipper, followed by Avery Brown, the center fielder. Offering to Knipper, hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman Mutterman. She'll look the runner back, tries to go to first. Nope, she's going to eat it right there. Heads up, base running, diving back with Smeltzer at second base. Mutterman turned, thought she could get to her, but dove back. Knipper safe on what is called a fielder's choice, and the base is now loaded here as Keyhigh brings the infield in with nobody out.
Yeah, that's just a tough play for Mutterman because you think you can get that runner, and that'd be a huge out if she could, but then by the time you realize you can't, plays too late at first.
Well, and again, that was a great job by Smeltzer with that good lead. So that brings up the left-hander hitting Avery Brown, the center fielder. Brown batting .250 on the season, takes the first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. But 6, 7, and 8 have all reached for the Vikings.
Yeah, and you got Faith Dugan on deck here.
Yep, so you're going to get to the top, hopefully. And the rise ball there, count is 2-0 as they fake the throw to third base. And you have plenty of speed on the base paths. Smeltzer at third, Vasky at second, Knipper at first base. And the count now 2-0 to Avery Brown. And here is Winter's 2-0 pitch. That pitch is a rise ball away, and the count goes to 3-0 with nowhere to put her.
Yeah, I wonder if you take 2 pitchers here if you're Avery Brown.
Yeah, number 9 hitter. In all likelihood, that may be the case. So Winters struggling in this second inning. 3-0 pitch. That is a pitch outside. It is ball number 4. So that walks in a run. 4 Vikings have reached in a row without a hit. It is now 2-0 Edco in the lead, and time taken here by Keyhigh as Coach Hill will come out from the dugout.
Yeah, good time out here by Coach Hill, and this is a potential disaster for Keyhigh. Not yet. They're still fine, but bases loaded, no outs with the top of the order. Faith Dugan coming up. They've really, really got to bear down in this situation.
So Smeltzer scores from third. Vasky moves over to third. Knipper is at second. And Avery Brown, who just walked and drove in a run, is at first base. And you mentioned the top of the lineup coming up with Faith Dugan, who walked and scored the first run for the Vikings in the first inning. And again, batting average-wise, batting over 500.
Yeah,
So
she could make this a 6-0 game with
yeah,
one swing of the
absolutely.
bat.
And the Vikings have the makings of a big inning here, with the score now 2-0 as they've pushed across a run in both innings. And this is becoming a lengthy conversation at the mound for Keyhigh.
Yeah, and if you're Keyhigh, you know, if that would happen, are you going to score 7 runs in this game? I don't know if you are off of Rachel Eggleston.
Well, the way Eckelceder has thrown the first 2 innings, 2 runs looks like a lot in this game. So Dugan up to bat. Keep in mind that Dugan's just a sophomore.
Yeah, she's got a lot of good softball ahead of her.
The infield plays in except at second base. And here is the pitch to Dugan. Checks her swing. I believe she stayed back on it. And that pitch is a called strike. The count is 0-1. Did she break the wrist there maybe?
I don't know. It was close to being a strike anyway, so.
Yeah, they're back at second base, but everybody else is at the edge here on the infield. 0-1 pitch to Dugan. Takes that one low. The count is a ball and a strike. So good speed on the base pass for Edco. 4 have reached in a row. Bottom of the lineup. Again, contributing to this inning for the Vikings. Starting things out. 1-1 to Dugan. Dugan takes a pitch downstairs. The count is 2-1. And the Vikings have had quality at bats here in this second.
Yeah, and Winter's really struggling to find the strike zone right now.
So 2-0 is the count. 2-1 rather. 2-1 pitch. It's a changeup. It is high. The count is 3-1. And if you're Winters here, you've just got to fire a strike.
You've got to, but even though you don't want to against Faith Dugan. But, yeah, you've got to put one down the middle here.
2-0, 3-1, hitter's paradise. And here is now your 3-1 offering to Dugan. It is low. There's no chance. The ball scoots by the catcher, Schulte, but only 1 run will score. That is the 4th walk of the inning. It is a walk and an RBI for Dugan. And the base is still loaded with nobody out here in the second.
Yeah, now you got to start thinking, do we go to Mutterman here?
And Ava Hofer is up to bat. Yeah, Winters is your senior, you understand. But they are going to stick with her as Ava Hofer bounced back to the mound. And the first offering to Hofer, she takes the pitch outside, and that's a called strike. The count is 0-1. So the Vikings have put 2 on the board. 5 have reached in a row. They have scored 2 runs in this inning, and again done it without a hit.
Yeah.
The only batter to reach was on a fielder's choice. So Hofer, the 0-1 pitch, rise ball away. The count is 1-1. So you figure with Winters, the senior, probably have a little more rope than you would somebody else.
You absolutely, and she's your leader and she's your best player, but at the same time, you're in danger of this one getting away from you.
Yep, that would be the case with the count at a ball and a strike. And 2 spot in the Edco lineup. 1-1 pitch popped up in the infield. Winters moves out of the circle, takes a couple of steps back on the left side, gets underneath it for a big out number 1 as Ava Hofer pops up back to the mound.
Yeah, huge out to finally get that first one. Only problem is now you have Rachel Eggleseder to deal with.
You're going to go through Eckelceder and possibly McKenna Hofer here, a couple of seniors for Edco. Eckelceder bounced out on a ricochet from the mound over to first base, but drove in the first run. Bases are now loaded. Pitch there, takes it downstairs. The count is 1-0. And again, with the bases loaded, you can't be as selective as you normally be to her.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to throw strikes, otherwise you're just giving them another run.
So 1-0 rather, the count. 1-0 pitch, taking it is Eckelceder. That pitch, again, low, caught the corner, and it's a ball and a strike.
If she can throw that pitch 2 more times, she should.
Yeah, don't let Eckelceder get extended.
Yep.
But again, she hit the ball hard on the ground last time on a low pitch. 1-1 pitch there. It's a changeup and a nice changeup thrown inside. Eckelceder takes it, and the count is 1-2. So a well-timed pitch there.
Yeah, that's the best changeup we've seen her throw tonight.
Eckelceder, by the way, has struck out all of 4 times this season. 1-2 pitch, rise ball away. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So, yeah, she's kind of a tough at-bat.
She is tough out to get at the plate there.
And Dugan, by the way, has struck out 7 times, which is pretty impressive in itself. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winters the 2-2 pitch. It is a changeup and misses just low. Not a bad pitch, but the count is full. And what do you like to say?
Start the merry-go-round here.
Yep, everybody going to be on the move.
Actually, there's only 1 out, so probably not
Oh,
yet.
You're right. There's only 1 out. That's last time. I was so excited to have you say that.
Yeah.
And here's the pitch. It is ball number 4. 3, again, 2 was the count. Eckelceder never got a chance to chase that one. It is another walk and an RBI for Eckelceder, and it is now 4-0 without a hit here in this inning. They've added 3 runs.
Yeah, that's boy, you feel for Addison Winters right now because she's your leader, she's your best player, but she's really struggling with location out there.
Deers, by the way, coming in to run once again for Eckelceder. So McKenna Hofer becomes the 8th Viking to bat here as Knipper just scored on that walk. Brown advances to third. Dugan is now at second, and Deers is at first base. And again, you still have plenty of speed on the base paths. Hofer singled her first at-bat. Only one out. Takes the first pitch there for a strike. The count is 0-1. There has been 4 walks in this inning, as Winters has walked 5 in this total ball game right now.
5 in this inning.
Yeah, you're right. It is 5.
Yeah.
So she's walked 6.
Yep.
Pitch in the dirt, and that ball scoots by Hofer, but close enough there that having to stay at third was Brown. So, again, Hofer got out of the way, expecting maybe Brown to be running.
That was a tough one to read because it rolled maybe a third of the way there, and
Yeah.
it looked like the catcher would be easily able to get that, but it must have hit a little something and did hop away.
That was a good job from Schulte tracking that down. 1-1 pitch away. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So Winters has had the type of inning here that they needed to avoid to have any opportunity in this game.
Yeah, and this was a concern for
Yep.
Keyhigh.
And the offering to Hofer hits a high line shot. That's into left center field, and that's going to be extra bases. They'll score 2. They may clear the bases, but instead they hold the runner there. Deers at third base. McKenna Hofer goes to second base on the throw to the plate. It is a base hit, and it is 2 RBIs, and it is 6-0 now. Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by McKenna Hofer. We talk a lot about Dugan and Eggleseder, but McKenna Hofer can hit too, and a nice line shot to the gap there.
They waved the runner Deers initially at third, but did the right thing to hold her up there. And with 1 out, Lauren Kirby is up to bat. Kirby bounced out to second. 6-0 our score. Vikings 5 runs in this inning, and that is the first hit of the inning. Hofer now 2 for 2. She's replaced by Deers. So Deers is actually the runner, and the runner for Eggleseder, I believe, was Faith Kirby.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yep, so Kirby actually scored that run, Faith Kirby. It's tough to keep track of who's who.
Yeah,
number 20, number 21. Offering once again to Kirby. Kirby took the first pitch for a strike. That pitch is a ball. The count is 1-1. But the inning not done for the Vikings here.
Yeah, no, they want to get a few more here.
1 run again in the first inning, but 5 here in the second. Offering there, it is outside. The count is 2 balls and a strike. So North Lynn, the early lead, they put up 6 in the first inning against Calamus Wheatland. Edco has put up 5 here in the bottom of the second inning. And 6-0 our score. And here's a swinging foul ball hit there by Kirby. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vikings taking advantage of every opportunity in this ball game early.
Yep, they're doing a nice job, especially this inning. And this has been a long inning for the Keyhigh outfielders as well.
This is the 9th batter,
Yep.
Kirby, who bounced out to second her last at-bat. So they're going to bat around here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 pitch. That ball's lined into center field. That's a base hit. Scoring from third is going to be the runner Kirby. Waved around from second base there is Deers. She scores. It's 8-0. A base hit. 2 RBIs for Lauren Kirby. And the Vikings in control here in the second.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Kirby there. Again, just another line shot up the middle.
So they now send Addie Smeltzer back up to bat again, and Keyhigh will be making a pitching change. But in this inning, 7 runs for Edco. 2 hits so far. They're still in business with a runner at second. They lead by a score here of 8-0. Let's take this break.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point. Rockline Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at GuttenbergHospital.org. Edco Softball is brought. Welcome back once again here to Colesburg. Leading things off is Eddie Smeltzer as Mutterman comes in. Hamann has come in to pinch run for Kirby, and she immediately steals second base there on the move. The ball is scooted by Schulte, but Hamann moves into scoring position. Eddie Smeltzer started this inning here with a walk, and this is the 10th batter as they've batted around once again here in the second inning. Riley Mutterman, the new pitcher. Winters goes to third base. We mentioned that Winters and Mutterman have shared the pitching duties, as Mutterman, 12-4 record, 82 innings, 117 hits, 63 earned runs, walking 40, and striking out 45. Pitch in the dirt there, and the count is 2-0 to Eddie Smeltzer. But the bottom of the lineup started it. In this inning so far, 8 of the 9 Vikings in their lineup have scored runs just in this inning alone.
That's impressive right there.
And again, the offering to Smeltzer takes that pitch. It is a called strike inside. The count is now 2 balls and a strike. Still good speed on the base paths. Hamann becomes the third either courtesy or pinch runner in this ball game for Edco. They've got options off the bench. Talk about teams having options. It's nice to have that option with speed off the bench.
Yeah, that's a luxury.
2-1 pitch to Eddie Smeltzer. It is low. Scoots by the catcher Schulte. It'll head towards the fence as, again, Hamann advances to third base. Still one out in the inning, and the count now 3-1 to Eddie Smeltzer.
Yep, it's not getting any better for Keyhigh right now.
So we mentioned a Keyhigh team, the ERA about 5. They've gotten solid pitching this season. 3-1 is now the count. 3-1 offering. Smeltzer swings right through the inside pitch. Count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we knew it wasn't the strength of their team, but
right.
it was still very respectable.
And again, when you win 29 ball games on the season, you've got a potent lineup, and scored 7 runs in 1 inning against Springville on Monday night. Here's the 3-2 offering to Smeltzer. It is low. It is ball number 4. So the walks continue as Mutterman comes in and walks the first batter. So you have at third base Hamann. Smeltzer is at first base, her second walk of the inning, and Chloe Everett up once again.
And a good chance Schmelzer will be running here.
So we have now, in this inning? A total of 6 walks so far?
I believe so.
So 6 walks in this inning alone. Chloe Everett walked, off and running, by the way, and stealing second base, is going to be Smeltzer standing up. They throw it down to third base, but Hamann was only off a couple of steps. And if you're the Vikings, you stay aggressive, keep the throttle down, even though it's 8-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And good job by Hamann being aware over there.
Everett took the first pitch. It was a strike. The count is 0-1. Everett, again, walked and scored this inning. And the pitch, it's a bouncing ball. Shortstop fielding it is Colesrud. The throw across the diamond, it is in time, but Hamann scores, was going on contact. Everett bounces out to short, but drives in an RBI. It is 9-0 now, Edco in the lead.
Yeah, good job by Everett getting that other RBI. Just keep adding up on the scoreboard.
So Hamann scores the run, and that will bring up now Kara Knipper. So again, you have a runner still at third base. Knipper put the ball into play from the bottom of the lineup, but was safe. She hit into what was called a fielder's choice on a play that they tried to make the out at third base, but it did not happen.
Yeah, kind of a tough play for Mutterman earlier this inning.
And here waiting to bat once again is Knipper. Knipper takes the pitch, swings through the inside pitch, and the count is 1-0 now. So here we are, bottom of the second inning, in a long bottom of the second inning. In softball, remember, you've got a 10-run rule now in 4, 8-run rule in 5. So Keyhigh knows that they need to work their way back in this game.
Yeah, they need a couple runs in the next 2 innings.
0-1 is the count. Here is now your 0-1 pitch. Ball fouled there in the batter's box off the foot of Knipper, and the count is 0-2. The runs that have scored this inning are all credited to Winters, by the way. So Winters goes an inning and a third. allowed 3 hits and 9 runs in this ballgame. The runner at second base is Smeltzer. She's the responsibility of Mutterman. 0-2 pitch to Knipper. Bouncing ball. Third baseman Winters gets a good hop. Strong throw across the diamond. And that finally does it for the Vikings in the bottom of the second. But they score 8 runs in the inning. They do it on a total of 10 hits. They leave 1. We now go to the top of the third. It is 9-0 Edco.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Edco Tournament Softball. Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. It is 9-0, Edco in the lead. Edco has 9 runs on 3 hits. Keyhigh will send up Evelyn Dybert, Megan Mon, and Addison Winters. That will be 8-9-1 in their lineup. We mentioned that a 2-0 lead in a ball game seems huge when you're facing Echo Cedar. It has become a little more difficult for Keyhigh in this ball game tonight. Now just looking to get somebody on the base paths. First pitch there is inside. That's a called strike. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, has Rachel Echo Cedar given up 10 runs in a game before?
No. Dybert batting .340 on the season. I don't even think in Little League.
Yeah, it's so that's a tall task if you're Keyhigh here.
0-1. If you're Keyhigh, I think your goal is to just kind of try to chip away. 0-1 pitch, swinging through it is Dybert. The count is 0-2. The one thing they've done on the positive side offensively is Echo Cedar's had to work pitch-wise, although she's ahead on the count here 0-2.
Yeah, she has thrown quite a few pitches tonight, but they got to start getting some base runners. Like you said, chip away, that's really all you can do in this situation.
Yeah, you're just trying to extend this ball game as long as you can now here. Here's a ball that's popped up, left side of the infield. Coming in is Knipper. It's actually going to reach the outfield. Knipper camps underneath it. Dybert flies out to right field, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the third. Megan Mon, the second baseman, is up to bat. Mon batting .379 on the season. We mentioned Keyhigh is a team batting .420, and they've put the ball in play against a lot of good teams. But as we mentioned, this is a different challenge tonight.
Yep, a little bit of a different monster
Yep,
here.
absolutely. You're facing a 5-year senior. Again, not her 5th year as a senior, but her 5th year playing ball as a senior. Swinging through the inside pitch there is Mon, and the count is 0-1. So, again, this is for Edco. The old saying in baseball and softball, good pitching beats good hitting, and vice versa.
Yep.
But tonight, it is that pitching, and enough offense for Edco. 0-1 pitch, swinging through the pitch high is Mon. Count goes to 0-2 now here. This is for Keyhigh. Getting through the lineup for the first time. Edco is already through their lineup here 1.5 times. By the end of next inning, they'll be through at least 2 times.
Yeah, that's tough.
And that's what happens when you put together a big inning, and they got some help during that inning. So 0-2 is the count. 0-2 offering is a rise ball staying inside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Keyhigh won the small school side in the Upper Iowa Conference. Actually won it by 5 or 6 games, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, very, very good season for Keyhigh, and they're not done yet.
Nope.
But like we've talked about, it's going to be a tall task here.
And again, a ball and 2 strikes is the count. Echo Cedar delivers the 1-2 pitch. Rise ball staying away from it is Mon. Again, another quality at bat going on here for Keyhigh, and the count evened up at 2-2. So again, they changed the rule last season in softball. It used to be 12-3 and then 10-5, but now, like the college game, it's 10-5 and 8 after 4 innings. 2-2 pitch, rise ball swinging right through it is Mon. Strikeout number 5 by Echo Cedar, and it's out number 2 here in the third.
Yeah, she's cruising right now.
Addison Winters, the leadoff hitter, up to bat. Winters, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Well, when the pairings came out, everybody was talking about, boy, if we can get to an Edco Northland rematch, wouldn't that be something? And early here in this ball game, it appears we're heading there as Northland leads 6-0. Meanwhile, the pitch to Winters is outside. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, both teams kind of so far holding up their end of that deal.
And again, Both they played one-run games. One of them was an extra inning ball game. Eccles Cedar threw both of those games, by the way, and like she did much of this season. Offering to Winters, follows it up against the backstop, and it's a ball and a strike. So Keyhigh trailing 9-0, still looking for their first base hit of the ball game. Eccles Cedar did walk a batter with one out in the second inning. And that's usually, again, you're kind of surprised at that. That doesn't happen very often.
No, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, she's thrown, 174 innings this year. And here is the offering. Change up to Winters, follows it back. A ball and 2 strikes. Eccles Cedar in 170-some innings this year, in 170, pitching-wise, 175 innings, has only walked 24. That's pretty impressive.
That's a pretty good whip there, yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about averaging, basically a walk a start, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it. So that's the one walk. 1-2 pitch, fouling back the rise ball is Winters with 2 outs. And, again, the count is a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just getting a piece of that one.
Staying alive. Winters, again, batting over 500 on the season. It was interesting watching Keyhigh take batting practice before the ball game using those, they're wiffle balls, but they're solid softballs is what they are. They don't have the holes in it like a common wiffle ball. 1-2 pitch downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But they were working on taking the shorter than we mentioned that earlier. Instead of throwing from 43 feet, coach it about 30 feet or so.
Yep.
And it was kind of neat. They had hitters basically side by side.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
Yeah, but not worried about anybody hitting each other because they were spread out enough. Bouncing ball foul up the third base line. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. But what they did is they rotated pitches. So they basically had 2 kids hitting at a time.
Yep. Yeah, 2 or even 3 sometimes, I think.
And what was interesting about that is all had the same swing, didn't they?
Yeah, it looked very similar.
So you can understand why they've had good offensive numbers throughout the season. And again, Eccles Cedar now the pitch. It is low, and Winters not making things easy. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count.
Yeah, I think went full count on Winters the first inning as well.
Yep, and then Winters, of course, ended up striking out on an inside pitch. Let's see what she delivers here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Hawks have been, again, a team that has just relied on solid hitting. As we mentioned, only 54 steals this year, so only averaging about a steal and a half a game. 3-2 pitch, no chance. That one rose over the head of Hofer. Hits up against the backstop. Second walk issued by Eccles Cedar, and a one-out base runner for the Hawks here in the third. And again, the Winters going to turn and go to second base. The throw there, it is not in time. Aggressive on the base pass. They just swiped themselves one.
Yeah, with that kind of I guess it would be called a wild pitch. She just sprinted out of the box and didn't stop and gets all the way to second.
So the Hawks, and you're going to, even though you're down 9-0, Winters is the type of kid you stay aggressive with.
Yeah, and she's a competitor. You can tell that.
Rachel Mutterman is up to bat, a strikeout victim, so the first runner in scoring position for Keyhigh here. I was looking down, writing down a base on balls there on the stats. You look back up, and there's Winters standing on second base.
Yep.
So an extra base given by the Vikings. Mutterman awaits the offering and hits a fly ball. This is into left field. It's going to fall in. It's a base hit. Winters waved around from second. She'll score. That extra base gives the Hawks their first run of the ball game. Base hit, RBI for Mutterman. It's 9-1 now.
And there you go. You got your top 2 hitters kind of jump starting you and see what you can get now if you're Keyhigh.
Well, and again, this is what they've done all year, isn't it?
Yep. And it always starts with Winters and Mutterman. And again, it starts with them tonight.
Lillian Colesrud is up to bat, a strikeout victim. There is 2 outs in this inning, so the Vikings will try to limit the damage here. As Colesrud, as we mentioned, a strikeout victim. I think Mutterman, you'll stay aggressive on the base pass, and pops it up, left side of the infield. Going back, it's the second baseman, dropping the ball in shallow right field, is Smeltzer. Mutterman turns third. She'll stop there. The ball gets by Hofer. It's an air charge on the play. Colesrud goes to second, and the Hawks are in business here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Smeltzer would have been probably an easier play for the right fielder Knipper, but Smeltzer went after it.
Yeah, Smeltzer, you'll give her kudos for the effort, but yeah, I think a lot easier play for the right fielder. Knipper's probably got to call her off in that situation.
So 2 in scoring position. Suddenly you think about a base hit here, and it becomes a big inning for Keyhigh.
Yeah, if they can get this to 9-3 right now, they're back in it.
Elena Schulte, the catcher up to bat, lined softly back to the mound, her last at-bat. So there's 2 outs as the inning is continued here with the top of the lineup all reaching base for Keyhigh. And Echo Cedar works. The first offering to Colesrud. Bouncing ball. Spins. Second baseman charging it there. And that is going to be Smeltzer. Fields it. Nice flip over there to Kirby at first base. She charged in, made the play defensively. And that does it for the Hawks in the top of the third. But they pick up a run with a hit and also an error. We go to the bottom of the third. 9-1 Edco.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. So, bottom of the third inning. Key High scoring a run. It's 9-1 here in the bottom of the third. It'll be Kara Knipper, Avery Brown, then the top of the lineup with Faith Dugan. Knipper reached on a fielder's choice, scored a run. Key High scoring in the top of the third inning. And again, our score now 9-1, and Knipper, the 8-hitter, leading things off here.
I believe it's Brown.
Nope. Knipper get out to end the inning?
Yeah, she grounded out 5-3.
Oh, and I have Everett rolled down as my last out. All right, left-handed hitter Brown is up to bat. Good eye. And the offering to Brown, hits a bouncing ball, slapped it, but right back to the mound. Mutterman, quick throw over to first base. Brown is retired and bounces back to the mound for out number one. Keyhi, despite the fact down 9-1, continues to play with enthusiasm.
Yeah, they've got a little pep in their step. Scored a run last inning, so that always helps as well.
Brings up Faith Dugan now, top of the lineup. Dugan has walked twice and has scored twice in this ball game. Ava Hofer is waiting on deck, but Edco back to the top of their lineup. Rachel Mutterman in her second inning of work. First pitch to Dugan, takes that pitch low and inside. The count is 1-0. So Mutterman came in, issued a walk to the first batter she faced, and since that time has retired 3 in a row, and they have all been on groundouts. So now the 0-1 pitch to Dugan, late hit, and ranging to her left is the second baseman. Mon picks it up. There's no chance. Mon, great job sliding to block that ball down at the edge of the infield. But once that ball just scooted away, it's a base hit. It's an infield sinker for Dugan. And again, she put the ball on the ground, right side of the infield, far enough for Mon to be able to make the play, and it's a single.
Yeah, if Mon fields that clean, maybe she gets her, but once she didn't feel it clean, there was no chance.
And she did a good job getting over to it, because that ball looked like it was headed to right field. Ava Hofer is 0-for-2 in this ball game, and taking the pitch is Hofer. They throw down to second base to Dugan. She slides in and safe. The throw was there, but a nice slide by Dugan. That's probably as close as she has been to being thrown out all year long as she steals another base.
I think so. She didn't get her usual great jump on that, and a good throw by Schulte at catcher. Yeah, that's as close as I've seen anyone come to Faith Dugan.
Hofer took a ball, and the count is 1-0. Again, if you're the Vikings, you continue to stay aggressive. Again, we're only in the third inning of this ball game, and a ball game that's an hour old, by the way. 1-0 offering to Hofer, pop up, shallow left field. Colesrud goes back, tries to reach up for it, sliding in his Mattel, and it falls in between them. Great effort, but just the right spot for Hofer. She reaches base with her first single of the ball game. Dugan had to stay at second. 2 on and 1 out now here for the Vikings here in the third.
Yeah, Mathis has to play a little bit deeper, and with that little bloop, not able to come in and make that play.
Yeah, that was Mathis in left field. Mattil is at first base. So, again, Rachel Eckelceder is now up to bat. Eckelceder is 0-for-1. Bounced back, a ricochet off the mound to first base to drive in a run and walk in a run. He picked up an RBI, her last at-bat. Second and first, again, good speed for Edco on the base paths. Pitch to Eckelceder, it's outside. The count is 1-0. Vikings playing deep, and you understand that. And Mathis had a long ways to go to try to get to that ball. And Colesrud, from shortstop, tried to catch it basket style.
Yeah, both of them good effort, just fell right in between them.
Second and first. The offering to Eckelceder takes it high. The count is 2-0. Well, second and first, you're still going to be careful with how you operate here against Eckelceder.
Yeah.
And again, she is in the driver's seat. with the count at 2-0.
And great speed on second base
Yep,
again.
Dugan, Hofer, good speed at first base as well. So the 2-0 pitch to Eckelceder, lines that ball to the third baseman. Stepping on the bag is Mutterman. Actually, Winters, the throw across the diamond. Good stretch by Mattil. It is a double play. 5 unassisted at third, then 5-3 over to first base. So for the Vikings, no runs, 2 hits, they leave 1. We've played 3, 9-1, Edco in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkup scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport is your chance to support local restaurants, local farmers, and local beef all summer long. Pick up a passport and visit participating stops like Backwoods Bar and Grill, TD Sports Bar, and Gunda Roadhouse to enjoy featured beef items and collect stamps for prize entries. New this year, a digital passport option, a farmer's market stop, and no minimum number of stamps required to win. The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport runs now through August 31st.
Top of the fourth inning, 9-1, Edco in the lead. And the Vikings will send up here, or the Hawks will send up Lila Strong, Layla Mathis, Alexis Rowan, as the Vikings have a 9-1 lead. First time in the bottom of the third inning that they did not score in this ball game, and a nice double play by the third baseman Winters.
Yeah, good job by Key High defense there.
So to lead things off, the left-handed hitting Lila Strong, who walked in her first at-bat, and the first pitch there is a rise ball high. The count is 1-0. So Key High, I think their at-bats, even though they only have one hit in this ball game, but I think they've had quality at-bats as nothing has been easy for Eckelceder working on the mound. And again, 1-0 is the count. 1-0 offering, it's a rise ball away. The count goes to 2-0. The difference is, though, Edco leading 9-1, so Eckelceder doesn't need to be as sharp as you normally do.
Right, she can try and see if they'll chase some of those pitches.
Yep, be again a little more adventurous on the mound. 2-0 is the count. 2-1 offering to Strong. It is high. The count goes to 3-0. And you see Eckelceder just kind of slap her mitt with a hand.
Yeah, not happy with that one. She knows didn't want to start 3-0.
And this is what's nice about having a senior battery is the fact that McKenna Hofer taking time to go out to talk to her teammate Eckelceder.
Yeah, she sees she's a little frustrated. Going to go settle her down and try and fight back here.
Did she just tap her on the head there?
I think maybe.
So, all right. Good communication, and let's see if Eckelceder can work back. Key High, first time they've had any type of momentum in this ball game, but again, they're down by 8 runs here.
Yeah,
and Strong is up to bat. The 3-0 pitch taking all the way, and that's a pitch at the knees. The count is 3-1.
They need a run here this inning.
Yep. At this point, they have to go to the 5th inning for the 8-run rule, but they want to avoid getting down any further. And here's a pop-up, giving chase there, the third baseman Vasky. That'll make it out of play. Up near the shelter area once again, and Eckelceder has worked her way back 3-2 the count. In the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th, it is North Lynn leading Calamus Wheatland 7-2. After North Lynn put up 6 in the first inning, so Calamus Wheatland, much like Key High, just trying to chip away at a deficit.
Fighting back a little bit there.
3 balls and 2 strikes is the count. And Eckelceder delivers the 3-2 pitch, and bouncing ball, second baseman Smelter gets a nice safe top to handle there, picks it up, flips it over to Kirby, and Strong bounces out. Eckelceder worked back from 3-0 and gets the ground out. Layla Mathis now up to bat. Mathis popped out to first base. She is 0 for 1 in this game. So if Key High doesn't score here, and say, for instance, that Edco scores 2 in the bottom of the 4th, then our game would be over.
Yeah, so they're still in the danger zone.
Yeah,
here.
so they want to get out of that. As up to bat again is Mathis. Mathis 0 for 1. That first pitch is a strike. The count is 0-1. We're in the top of the 4th inning. In a ball game that, got to be honest with you, I thought it'd be a little quicker tonight, but we've had Key High working at the plate, and Edco has been able to draw a lot of walks. 0-1 pitch, fouled back up against the backstop area, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, so even though Keyhi hasn't put a lot of runs on the board, they have made Rachel Eggleseder throw a lot of pitches.
And we'll get you a pitch count as what she was entering this inning so far. As one inning, I think she threw, 23 pitches?
She's at 58 going into this inning, so they're really making her work.
So about 20 pitches an inning so far coming in. So, yeah, it hasn't been – you always like to keep that if you can. Around 13 is always good. And here is now the pitch, and it's a pop-up. This is to the right side, and coming in is the right fielder, and bobbling it is Knipper, and she drops the ball. Knipper bobbled it there, little hesitation, and again, a ball she had to come in for. That's an air charge on the play, and the Hawks have themselves a runner.
Yeah, boy, that area of the field has been trouble. I don't know if a light point's there or something, but we've seen a couple bobbles and drops right in that same area.
So Alexis Rowan is up to bat with one out, and Rowan was a strikeout victim her last at bat. Yeah, you could see that she had to come in there, and just the way she had to move the glove that time coming in caused the bobble. And she, again, just like Smelter did earlier, almost caught her on the bobble.
Yeah, almost caught it the second time. But ends up an error.
So, base runner on for Keyhi. 0-1 pitch to Rowan. Hits a high pop-up. This one, the first baseman coming up. Now the catcher coming over there, and that is, again, Hofer, who makes the catch in foul territory, basket style. Flips it immediately to Dugan at shortstop as the runner, Mathis, kind of bluff going from first. But a good play there by Hofer, tracking down that foul ball for out number 2.
Yeah, great play by McKenna Hofer. Had to catch it basket style even, but good job and covered it up with that top bare hand as well.
So 2 outs now, and Evelyn Dybert is up to bat. She flew out to right field. And again, now 2 outs with our score still 9-1. Eggleseder trying to end things now. There's a pitch inside, and the count is 1-0. That was an inside ball. Vikings scoring 8 runs in the second inning right now to grab control of this ball game. And in this situation now, that's you have Eggleseder behind on the count at 1-0. 1-0 offering there, and that pitch taken outside. Called strike, though. Hofer looked the runner back at first base, evened up at a ball and a strike. I want to say our home plate umpire tonight, and that's Dewey Copel there, has been really good.
Yeah, he's been consistent back there.
Yep, absolutely. And again, we've got 3 umpires tonight in the regional semifinal, and also in the regional final they'll have that, plus it's state. 1-1 pitch up against the backstop again. A ball and 2 strikes the count. So with 2 outs here in the inning, Keyhi hoping to get something going here. They're bottom of the lineup. We mentioned the averages earlier there. Even in the bottom of their lineup, they've got pretty good numbers.
Yep, good hitters down there.
And we'll work here with the count once again to Dybert at a ball and 2 strikes. Eggleseder delivers the 1-2 pitch. Dybert takes it inside, calls strike 3, caught looking. 6th strikeout recorded there by Eggleseder. That does it for the Hawks in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, and air. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 9-1 Edco.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Bottom of the 4th inning, 9-1 Edco in the lead. For Keyhi, they have 1 run in this ball game. They have 1 hit, and they have not committed an error. Meanwhile, for Edco, 9 runs, 5 hits, and they have committed 2 errors in this ball game. McKenna Hofer to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's an 8-run lead right now. If Edco doesn't score here in the bottom of the 4th, Keyhi will need to score in the top of the 5th to keep this game going. First pitch to Hofer, takes it inside. It's a called strike. The count is 0-1. So if you look ahead to the top of the 5th inning, Keyhi will actually send up 9-1-2. So you'll have to go through Winters and Mutterman, who contributed to their run back in the 3rd inning of this game. Offering to Hofer, takes that pitch, and that's a called strike on the inside. The count is 0-2.
Yeah, I'm sure Edco would much rather push 2 across this inning and not have to face those
Yeah.
2 again.
Well, and if you think about it, Edco, you stay aggressive because if you can make lighter work on your pitcher Eckelceder, you figure the fresher she'll be for Monday night. Bouncing ball to the left, ranging in the third baseman Winters, fields it, throw across the diamond. Hofer bounces out 5-3 for out number 1. And that brings up Lauren Kirby now, the first baseman. Kirby had a base hit and drove in 2 runs back in the second inning, and that was kind of, at that point, that made it, what I think, 8-0 at that point.
Yeah, that was a big hit there that she had in that second inning.
And, of course, Hamann came in to run for, or actually, yes, Hamann came in to run for her and scored a run. So up to bat now is, once again, Kirby, who also bounced out to second. First pitch takes it outside. The count is 1-0. Since Mutterman has been in this ball game, by the way, she did issue 1 walk so far. Hasn't struck out anybody, but has only allowed a couple of hits. Been pretty solid so far.
Yeah, done a really nice job.
This is her 3rd inning of work. 1-0 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop, Coles-Root able to just ground it up, throw across the diamond. It is in time. Kirby bounces out to third. 2 up and 2 down now here in the bottom of the 4th. And Addie Smeltzer is up to bat.
Yeah, Mutterman looking for a quick inning here.
Smeltzer has reached base twice. She has walked twice in this ball game. So this for Keyhigh would be the first time that they have retired Edco 1-2-3 in the ball game if they get Smeltzer. Smeltzer takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. Well, you understand, starting Winters, a senior. She, again, has done the bulk of your more innings anyway than Mutterman has this year.
Yeah, she's probably your number 1, not by much. But,
right.
But, yep.
1-0 now to Smeltzer. 1-0 pitch, takes that pitch in the inside. That's a strike. And it's a ball and a strike. But she stayed away from the walks. Edco, in that inning, that they end up taking all those walks. Of the 7 walks in the inning, 6 of them scored in that inning.
Yeah, that's just what you can't have happen.
1-1 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch is Smeltzer. Smeltzer the 6th spot in the lineup, and the count goes to 1-2. So yeah, leads to trouble is a good way of putting it. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. And with 2 outs here to Smeltzer. And Mutterman sets on the mound and rocks back. Here is now your 1-2 offering to Smeltzer. Takes the pitch low and away. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So in the top of the 5th inning, Keyhigh will send up Megan Mon, then Addison Winters and Riley Mutterman. So again, that is 9-1-2 in the top of the 5th inning. It looks like the Vikings going to go quietly here in the bottom of the 4th. Change up inside. Count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. I shouldn't say that, as Smeltzer has worked the count to full.
Yeah, done a nice job. She's really seen a lot of pitches this game, Smeltzer has.
Yeah, walked twice. Again, has scored a run in this ball game. Actually, yes, scored once. Was left stranded on the base paths, I believe, one of the times in this ball game.
Yep.
So, and now a full count with nobody on and 2 outs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Edco dugout doing their clapping cheer right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Smeltzer swings right through it. First strikeout recorded by Mutterman. And that does it there for the Vikings in the bottom of the 4th. They go down in order for the first time tonight. 9-1 as we go to the 5th. Vikings try to close it out after this.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Robertson.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. So 9-1 is our score as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Megan Mon, followed by Addison Winters, Riley Mutterman to lead things off here. And once again, now the top of the 5th inning as the Hawks need to score a run to keep this game going. As we mentioned, in softball, an 8-run rule after 5, a 10-run rule after 4. So the 9th spot Mon, a strikeout victim her last at-bat, hits a fly ball. This is shallow left field. Good jump on the ball by Hofer. Able to take a step back then and camps underneath it. Mon flies out to left field, and that's the first out here in the 5th.
Yeah, big first out. Keyhigh down to their last 2 outs. Good news for them is it's the top of their order.
Yep, Winters, a senior, 0 for 1 in this ball game. Walked and scored the lone run. Winters and Mutterman, despite the fact they're a combined 1 for 3, which is a rarity, is the fact that they've had quality at-bats.
Yes, even this. Riley Mutterman did strike out in 3 pitches first inning, but she has the lone hit tonight as well.
And that was that drove in the only run so far for Keyhigh. So the Hawks really down to their final 2 outs here. Offering to Winters, pops it up. This is certainly playable. Hofer in foul territory, comes up the line, called off by the third baseman Vasky, who makes the play. Good communication there. And Keyhigh is down to their final out here in the 5th.
Yeah, huge out getting Addison Winters there. And good communication there. Eva Vasky calling off Hofer. That's an easier play for the third base.
And Hofer was going to have to make one of those, maybe a basket-style catches that was heading away from her. Easier play for the third baseman. And Vasky showing some great speed. Caught that, 2/3 of the way up the line?
Yeah, and I wouldn't bet against Hofer, but just an easier play for Vasky.
Yep,
there.
she's coming facing the ball. So Mutterman represents the final opportunity here for Keyhigh. Edco, this would be the second game in a row that they're trying to end early. Offering to Mutterman, takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. So Keyhigh likely playing for a run here.
Yep, they need one to keep it going.
And down to their final out.
And Mutterman's capable of doing it herself here, too.
Yep, she's had some solid hitting this year. She has 4 home runs, 54 RBIs. I mean, some of these RBI totals, like Echo Cedar has 50. Pitch there, and that ball's lined to second baseman. Going back, it's a second baseman Smelter. It's actually blooped over her head. It goes into right field. Mutterman has the second hit. She has both of them for Keyhigh. They've got a 2-out base runner here in the 5th.
Yeah, nice little slicing single to right field, and they got to push her across now.
Lillian Colesrud is up to bat. Colesrud is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim, safe on an error. And you figure Mutterman going to be going here. I know you're down by 8 runs, but you're just trying to extend this game now.
Yeah, with her she's got good speed, and if you can get her into scoring position, you do it here.
And Echo Cedar hoping to get out of this inning right now, save the pitch count, having to work extra in this game. And works here to again Colesrud. Colesrud, a senior, pops it up. The catcher, that is again going back, McKenna Hofer, goes to the edge of the circle there, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Hofer with another tough play in the center area of the field, makes the play there in foul territory, and that does it once again for Keyhigh, and there's your ball game. Edco erupts for 8 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. They go into the regional final on Monday night, and that's a trip likely to North Lynn as the Vikings win by a final score of 9-1. With the win, Edco improves to 26-10. Keyhigh closes the season 29-11. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to High School Softball from KCTN Sports. Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus LiveScan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by J&J Lane Solutions in Edgewood, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase and Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Welcome back once again to Colesburg. It is Edco advancing by a final score of 9-1. We have this final score in. North Lynn has defeated Calamus Wheatland tonight. Final score there 12-2. As that ball game finished in 4 innings, we finished in 5 innings in this matchup tonight. Our post-game show begins. We're joined once again here by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, first off here, again, patient at the plate in that second inning as you guys didn't chase much.
Yeah, no, I mean, just looking at stats and stuff, we knew she had a little bit of a control thing going there. So, our game plan was we're going to read it out of how she's looking today. If she's throwing strikes early, then we're going to be aggressive. But if she's struggling early, we're going to make her earn it.
And the big thing is, obviously, you got some runners on, some walks for runs, but then McKenna Hofer and Lauren Kirby really opened the gate for you.
Yeah, what about that? Awesome at-bats from our seniors there. Rachel, right before that, too, taking the bases-loaded walk. And then, Lauren and McKenna, Lauren back-to-back hits there. That's exactly what we needed. And great from those senior leaders to get that done for us.
In the second inning alone, 8 of your 9 players scored.
Yeah, that's what I said there in the huddle. Yep, getting on. Everybody pretty much got on base. Everybody scored, right? That's what we got to do, and we're capable of doing that against any pitcher.
All right, we were talking about McKenna Hofer. She had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Lauren Kirby with 2 RBIs, but McKenna Hofer defensively tonight, strong game catching-wise.
Yeah, those are not easy catches. I told her that after the game, neither one of those is an easy catch. And, it's I think people take for granted just in general the catching, how hard it is to kind of catch Rachel. She's around the zone, but her ball is moving, and that rise ball especially, and Kenna just does a great job of just catching it, makes it look easy. And then, she really took command back there and was directing traffic.
All right, Rachel Eccleseder allows 2 hits, but she had to work in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, no, she started out hot early, which was good. Kind of get through that first time without much trouble is always nice. We had a couple little miscues there, but, teams are going to hit the ball late in the year. We know Northland's going to hit the ball, so we just got to stay sharp and be ready.
You mentioned Northland. They won, of course, 12-2 over Calamus Wheatland, split a doubleheader with them. It's only fitting that you guys meet again.
Yeah, is it? It's too bad, really. But, we split with them, beat them the first game. Both were really competitive one-run games. So I think the big thing is we know we can beat them. 2 years ago we had split with them also when we beat them to go to state. So, with girls, I think that mental hurdle is big. So I think them going in knowing we can beat them, and Northland going in knowing, hey, they beat us, right? I think that gives us a little bit of an edge.
All right,
We're
good.
the underdogs, so we got nothing to lose.
Why not? On the road.
Yep.
That's where you did it 2 years ago.
Yep.
We'll talk to you before the ball game on Monday night. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Once again, our final score, 9-1, Edco victorious over Key High. When our postgame show continues, we're joined by Key High coach Liz Hill. When our postgame show continues after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back to Colesburg. Edco advances by a final score of 9-1. We're joined by Key High softball coach Liz Hill. Coach, first off here, just a second inning there, a tough second inning for your team, and Winters worked her way into the second inning. Again, just kind of out of rhythm there.
Yeah, tried to stay respectful for the hitters that they have up at the plate and those pieces like that. I would say Addison continued to trust in the pitches being called and would go from there. So she's definitely working her tail off out there in the circle for us and just trusting what was part of our game plan and going that route.
And as far as being a senior, she deserves to have that leeway out there on the mound in the second inning.
Yeah, absolutely. And she would be the first girl to ever hand it over and be the loudest cheerleader for the next girl in. That's definitely not the case there. She'll do whatever is necessary for her role on the team for us to be as competitive as we can be.
Also, I think it says something about your program. You guys continue to play with enthusiasm throughout this game.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about those four seniors, just top notch. You can't get better. And you can't get better kids, and you can't get better role models for the little girls that are running around on this here tonight to our 8th graders, 9th, 10th. I mean, they're just top-notch individuals.
Yeah, name your four seniors there once again.
We have, working our way around, Elena Schulte behind the plate. I mean, she's been there for us day in, day out, just does the grind for us. Izzy Mattil at first base, again, just to wall her ability to play that defense. I've between the splits to being able to come off the base when needed to the picks over there, and she's just has grown tremendous over there at first base for us. And then Addison, obviously, in the circle, and our shortstop, Lily Colesrud, just phenomenal leader, took this team under and went with it and makes plays. She leads by example. I mean, they all lead by example. I can't even say that just for her. They all lead by example and that vocal leader.
Yeah, they've had some pretty good success in their years of varsity.
Yeah, they have. Again, just kids willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So, obviously, we fell short there tonight, and that's part of the game.
All right. Again, we thank you for joining us on our post-game show here. But we know you guys will just keep on. I mean, every year, they're right in the mix of things, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the legacy those seniors leave behind every year. And, you know, I would say the goal and the idea behind it is that we put that uniform on and we represent our communities with pride. And it's a privilege to be able to wear that Key Hawk uniform.
All right, Coach. Thanks again for joining us. Look forward to catching up in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, Key High softball coach Liz Hill talking things over there about her Key High program. They drop a 9-1 decision in 5 innings. We'll take a break. Game stats and our post-game show will conclude after this. Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Allen McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone energy provider.
Again, our final score, it is 9-1. Edco victorious over Keyhigh. For Edco, 9 runs in this ball game. They do it on 5 hits and 2 errors. Keyhigh, 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Winning pitcher, Rachel Eckelceder, 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 6. Addison Winters takes the loss for Keyhigh, win an inning and a third, 3 hits, 9 runs, walked 7, struck out nobody, and it was Mutterman coming in there. Riley Mutterman finished things off, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. Here's the individual totals for Edco. Faith Dugan, 1 for 1 from the leadoff spot, 2 runs and an RBI. Ava Hofer, 1 for 3. Rachel Eckelceder was 0 for 2, drove in 2 runs. Kirby came in to courtesy run for her. She scored a run. McKenna Hofer in this ball game was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Deers came in to run for her and scored a run. Lauren Kirby was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Addie Smeltzer, 0 for 1, scored a run. Chloe Everett was 0 for 1 in this ball game and also drove in a run with a walk. Kara Knipper was 0 for 2 in this ball game, scored a run. Avery Brown ended up 0 for 1, scoring a run and driving in a run. Again, in the second inning, when they scored 8 runs, 8 of the 9 Vikings scored in the lineup, taking advantage of those walks, something that Keyhigh knew they had to avoid tonight. They wanted to be certainly, making Edco chase. But obviously the walks led to, for Edco, the big inning to put the game away.
Yeah, that's the major difference. Still Keyhigh didn't get the bats going like they wanted either. But yeah, that second inning was just killer.
Totals for the Hawks. Addison Winters 0 for 2 with a run scored. Riley Mutterman 2 for 3 with an RBI. She had both hits for Keyhigh. Lillian Colesrud was 0 for 3. Elena Schulte was 0 for 2. Lila Strong 0 for 1. Layla Mathis, Alexis Rowan, Evelyn Dybert, and Megan Mon were all 0 for 2 in this ball game. So Edco advances. It's a trip to North Lynn for what will be the regional final. 2 years ago, Edco went to North Lynn and won that ball game. It's a different team for North Lynn. It's the next generation coming through from them. Edco will go in as the more experienced team in that ball game on Monday night. They split a doubleheader. One of them was in extra innings.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than when we were there a couple years ago. I think there's probably a couple players on that team still there, and a couple from Edco as well, because they've lost some good players from 2 years ago as well. But it should be a really even matchup, like you said. They split that doubleheader. One of them was even in extra innings, so that's in anyone's ball game.
Yeah, going to be fun. Yep. With the On Deck show starting at 6:30, game time 7 o'clock on Monday night. Again, our broadcast will continue tomorrow night. We'll be at Calmer. It is baseball, Starmont and Southwind. The On Deck show at 6:30, game time at 7 o'clock. And then once again on Monday, we'll bring you the matchup with Edco at North Lynn here on KCTN FM 100. Tomorrow night will be, day 6? Yeah. 6 games in 6 days. We continue to cover the tournament. We'll see you tomorrow night, Coach.
Sounds great.
Again, Edco advancing to the regional final with a 9-1 win in 5 innings over Keyhigh. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Caitlin Mussman for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-40